taken, the other holes that the medical examiner is testifying to in this case, does it give a window for defense attorneys, for Robert Durst to say, hey, wait a minute, this case and this evidence doesn't all add up?
Unfortunately, LAPD is notorious for these types of investigations. I love my local law enforcement here, but I mean, you can go back to O.J. Simpson, and the best defense for a defense attorney is a good offense. And what a better offense than saying the LAPD botched another investigation, sloppy detective work. So this was expected, something that the prosecution should have been prepared for.
And what about the time of death here? The estimation, at least, that they can't exactly nail down when she died, though they're making sort of educated guesses on how long of a time window had passed before she was actually killed to when she was actually found. What do you make of that, Mr. Rahmani?
Well, the longer the delay is, that feeds into the defense theory that Bob Durst happened to walk in there, send the letter, and the only reason that LAPD actually arrived at the scene was a neighbor that reported the door was open. So it fits in within the defense narrative and the defense story that they're trying to sell these jurors. And I wish, going back to my earlier, but the prosecution got out ahead of some of this bad evidence on direct, not wait until redirect after their witnesses got beat up on cross examination. So, for instance, the first LAPD officers to arrive, they had no idea that they were going to walk into a murder scene. They were just doing a welfare check because the neighbor said the door was open, and this is someone who didn't leave her door open. Those are the types of potentially bad facts that you want to get out in front of. You don't want to be reacting if you're the prosecution. So if I were them, and that every witness, every law enforcement witness is going to be subject to this sloppy investigation allegation, get out ahead of some of those bad facts and explain why the investigation was conducted in the way it
Yeah.
was.
And Mark Fajardo